Back now to our top story, Syria. Let's discuss the latest developments with political analyst Christoph Horstel, who has just arrived in Damascus. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Horstel. Given all the violence in the country, isn't the huge rally in Damascus really sort of in denial as to what's going on in the country?
Of course not in denial. That's a very healthy reaction of the vast majority of the people who stand, rightly so, behind the legitimate president, Bashar Al Assad. And in this demonstration today, which I witnessed from close by and from far away to see the huge number of people, it was clear they were happy to be there. It was fun for them to be there. They were singing and dancing. This was not by coercion. They were there, as maybe some Western media suggests sometimes. So that, in fact, is not in denial. It is the justified answer to what happens on behalf of foreign interference in Syria.
Tell me, Damascus says it's fighting a foreign-funded insurgency, but do people there on the ground tend to believe that? I mean, how do the Syrians really see the opposition?
You know, most of the Syrians say three things. First, we need continuous reform. Yes, there's corruption. I tell you, even government officials tell me that in the face, quite open. Other people say, yeah, the leadership reacted too late. And others say, well, in the beginning, when the whole uprising took shape, they took the wrong measures. They were too brutal in oppressing it instead of listening to the people early on. These things are very clear. But what is also clear right now today, that in the face of a very happy constitutional reform and in the face of an election date set by the president just a few hours ago on May 7, it is very clear that anybody who is now picking up arms against this government, which obviously is indulged in honest reform and in elections, these persons are not serious about their constructivity in the internal dialogue and multilogue in Syria. That is quite clear. They're not honest party of a process. They are just killers. And that is a bad situation here.
You mentioned the new constitution, which millions voted for in favor of last month, supporting Assad's reforms. Yet somehow the mainstream Western media still portrays the president as embattled and lacking support. How popular is he actually over there?
This is a very strange situation. I mean, the Western media, my own country's media, has become so crazy. Even people from the opposition, even people telling me, we don't like this Assad government too much, but he's the only one who can bring about a serious reform. I mean, that is a compliment towards this leader. And to my best feeling, I have not met him yet, to my best feeling, this man is honest. He is doing some incredible things. Look at history. How often in history do governments under pressure make a serious constitutional reform? How often in history are they calling for free elections? And people tell me how the voting process was, in fact, for the constitution vote. And that was free, that was in cabins. So that is a very different situation from what we had. So maybe the Syrian government is still in corruption. Maybe we had oppressive government in the past, but now this is right now changing, and all I may call for is that all these foreign powers interfering keep their dirty fingers off Syria until this election is finished and Syria has a chance to, regroup according to their own will. This is my hope, that the elections will not be overly disturbed. Let me point out one story about the result of the constitutional reform vote. That was 57% taking part. That is exactly the participation we have also in some of our national elections in Germany. That is legitimate. And a huge majority, around 80–90%, I don't remember well, unfortunately, they were in favor of this reform. So this is a legal, valid result, and we should internationally respect it. And the media should stop their crazy, hype about Syria, which is wrong and not fact-based.
Live from the Syrian capital, that was political analyst Christoph Horstel.